In what is another example of making it all about him, President Trump believes that people are wearing masks just to spite him. So now we find this out during an interview with the Wall Street Journal. So basically, he says, "Well, I think people are wearing masks because they don't like me." Really, really. Okay, look. For one, nobody cares that much about Donald Trump. I mean, no, the reason that people are wearing masks is that it's the most effective way to not spread coronavirus. Again, we have this pandemic, and he's pretending that, oh, it doesn't actually exist. Oh, they're just wearing the mask because they don't like Donald Trump. No, no. Here's the thing, studies point to the effectiveness of wearing masks in public places. This is why, unlike the Memorial Day spike, where people, of course, crowded beaches and the bars and restaurants and all that, and places where they're reopened without masks and physical distancing, the Black Lives Matter protesters haven't had the spike of their own, right? Now, look, I was concerned, Dr. Fauci was concerned that, some of these protests would lead to a spike. It didn't. However, in places where they reopened bars and restaurants and people were, not wearing masks, social distancing, they did see those spikes. Protesters were wearing masks and there was no spike. They're outdoors as well. And that, of course, is really important, to like, it's an important factor because when you're outside, apparently you don't have to socially distance as much as long as everyone's wearing a mask. So that's good. That's good information. So now people in states that opened up bars and restaurants and didn't enforce mask policies, and of course, when you're eating indoors and you don't have masks, that's going to spread COVID-19 all over the place. And we've seen that in Texas, Arizona, Florida, California. We're all seeing these spikes in COVID infections, right? And so now Trump's been photographed and filmed without a mask. And of course, he's been called out for it. And so listen to this defense. Quote, he says his issue with masks is that people sometimes touch them, exposing the risk of infection. They put their finger on the mask and then they take them off. And then they start touching their eyes or touching their nose and their mouth. And then they don't know how they caught it. Okay, hold on here. Wait a minute. So, according to that, if you listen to that, according to the president, it's better off that you don't wear a mask because, there's some people that decide they're going to take the mask off and touch their face. Well, you shouldn't take your mask off and should touch your face. But here's the thing, right? He's missing the point. Because the point of the mask is for people to not spread COVID-19 to others. You wear the mask because we should all assume that we are asymptomatic spreaders, right? And the reason you wear masks is to protect others. If everyone wears a mask, then we're all protecting each other, and we're also in so doing, we're also protecting ourselves. So he doesn't get it, though. He doesn't get it, and he doesn't care about people. And by the way, again, he believes that the people are only wearing masks because they're showing a disapproval of Donald Trump because he doesn't wear a mask. It doesn't make any sense, right? And so I'm sorry, but not everybody is as petty as you and your fans are, and it is petty. I mean, sometimes I cannot believe that we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? That in the middle of a pandemic, the president of the United States, somebody who's supposed to be a leader and a role model to the entire country as well as the world, right, is unwilling to do the bare minimum to help stop the spread of coronavirus. And not only is wearing a mask the bare minimum, it's actually the most effective bare minimum that you can do. It's not like doing something super hard. It's just putting a mask on your face when you go out to the grocery store or you go outside in groups of people. That's it. That's really it. But again, he's unwilling to do the bare minimum. And if you would just wear the mask and tell people, turns out the masks are very, very good. They're effective. Everybody's saying it. Everybody knows. I know the masks are good, so just wear the mask. Look, all you could do is if you wanted to, you could make money on this, right? Donald Trump You could make money off this. Why don't you print like Keep America Great and Trump 2020 face masks? Your fans would love it. They might actually wear them if daddy tells them to wear them too. But of course, it's not going to happen because he's too stupid and he's too self-absorbed to care about his own voters, especially the elderly and the immunocompromised. And so, look, evidence of that is he's holding a rally in Tulsa. It's going to be filled with lots and lots of people, and there's no plan to deal with COVID-19. There's no plan for spacing in between seats. There's no plan to force attendees to wear masks. No, his plan for it is I'm going to make you sign a waiver saying that if you get sick at my COVID rally, well, then I'm not liable for it. You want to guess what's going to happen? I think we already know. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.